Hi everybody, my name's Alison. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a general reading for the sign of Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in and how you can use that to your advantage. But before we get started, I have a couple of quick announcements. One, I am on YouTube and Rumble. So if you could follow me on Rumble too, in case I ever get taken off YouTube, because I do have a podcast segment. This is the next announcement. So if I say something that's going to get me in trouble on YouTube, because I'm a fan of free speech and I'm used to speaking openly and honestly about things, so I might say something on YouTube to get myself banned. I hope I don't, but there is always that possibility. So please follow me on Rumble. Sounds stupid, but even if you don't even watch Rumble, just go ahead and follow me. You can watch them on YouTube, watch them on Rumble, it doesn't matter. But if this ever gets taken down, at least you have that as backup, okay? Because it's just, who knows? This world's so weird on this on this AI stuff. So I have a bunch of podcasts that are going to be coming out, and it's phenomenal. I love the guests that I've been getting, and one of the ones that has just been posted is Dr. Hannah Roberts, and she's talking about the GLP-1, which is a game changer. That is the weight loss drug that is like Ozempic, Mounjaro, Zepbound, and I forget the other one right now. But I personally started taking tirzepatide, if I say it right. That's the generic form of Mounjaro, about, I think, 4 months ago. Oh my God, it's a game changer. That's why I put that title in there. It's phenomenal. Anyways, I don't want to take up your time here, but if you can, go and check that out. And especially if you know anyone that's struggling with their weight, this might be an option for them. And she is licensed to practice in several states. So even if you're not here in Florida, it doesn't matter. She might be able to ship that to you. And if she doesn't, she's able to find someone in your state to help you. So look for the podcast coming out. A lot of spiritual stuff too. That's just something I felt so strongly about. I've had such phenomenal results, and I'm fine. There's no side effects, so don't believe the drama that you see on these videos on YouTube. They're just clickbait. Go ahead and check out the one I just did with her. I also have Tarot Tuesday, if you don't know that. Every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live and I answer your questions. It is by donation, so you can submit your question in advance or during the show, either one. Do it through PayPal if you can. YouTube does take out a percentage. I don't care if it's a super chat. I'm just saying that's one of the reasons why a lot of people do PayPal. So the link is in the description below, and it is so much fun. So we end up going for roughly about an hour right now. If we ever get to the point to where more and more questions come in, there will be a cap at 2 hours, but right now it's a really good time. So if you have any questions, or if you've never experienced a tarot reading and you just want to, dip your feet in the water and have one question answered, this is a really good opportunity, okay? It's a $10 minimum. So that's a deal if you see my prices for what I charge, because I know I'm worth it. So that is my fee. Anyways, so I also have a missing persons consultation. So for those of you that don't know this also, about 5 years ago, I started being able to see through other people's eyes. It freaked me out at first, but as a psychic, I just turned around and I embraced it. So I'm using it, it's so weird. I'm using it to either get in the victim's eyes if it's a crime that's perpetrated, or through the perpetrator's eyes, or through a bystander. It's very strange, but I'm able to do that. So I just want to read this to you very quickly. It's on my website, Tarot by Alison, and that's Alison with one L, Alison. Missing person consultation. Discuss your missing persons case with Alison to see if this is the appropriate service for you and your loved ones. Learn what to expect before, during, and after your missing persons psychic reading is done. Learn how you need to prepare and what kind of results you can expect. Alison is fully transparent. You can tell. I'll tell you anything. In fact, I want you to videotape this because I know it's a very emotional, and when we get into this information, you might not remember it. You might shut down. You might be crying. I don't know. I'm channeling. I'm busy. So I can't remember everything. And that's true for anything, even if I'm doing a reading for someone versus getting really intense into this missing person psychic reading. It's more than just a reading. It's there's a lot involved. But anyhow, I want you to record it when we do it, because if you're working with a private investigator or law enforcement, this gives you the opportunity to also share this information with them. So that being said, this is just the consultation before we move forward, because I want to see if it's right for you, and I want you to know what's involved, what kind of results we get, to see if it's something you want to move forward with. So, and again, this is the initial consultation. So in addition to that, I do my tarot readings. I do personal information. I do personal intuitive readings. Sorry, I can't get the words out all of a sudden. For intuitive tarot readings on Zoom. Whew, I don't know why that was a mouthful today, but I go ahead and I have that set up for a 30-minute or 60-minute session. So if you're interested, go ahead and book a reading. Last time I checked, I'm booked out for a little over a month. So if you're interested, or if you're in a different time zone, because that's the other thing. I have a lot of clients in Europe, in Australia, in Canada, in Asia, in the Middle East. So if I'm in a different time zone than you, I'm in Florida, so Eastern Standard Time, and you don't see availability, reach out to me in the contact form, and I can definitely put you on the schedule, because I actually have a lot that's booked off that schedule of availability. So if that's something you're interested in, please reach out to me and I can work you in the schedule. Okay, and that's all I want to say. And they're done over Zoom, so make sure you've got Zoom. And any questions, again, you can find it either the answers on my website into frequently asked questions, or send me an email. I'll try and get back to you in a day or two. I am really busy, so when I can, I definitely will get back to you, just so you know. Okay, I'm not ignoring you. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. Thank you for letting me get all of that out, and I know it's a mouthful. There's going to come a point where I don't need to do that, but I feel like right now I'm getting so many new subscribers. I need to really just get this out there. Okay, Cancer. So what does the universe want to tell Cancer? A lot of cards were flying out when I was shuffling before. So let's see. Spirit has a lot to tell you, I believe. Okay, let's get some cards for Cancer. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the King of Pentacles in this deck. And I have to say, every tarot reader has their individual relationship with each deck that they use, right? So for me, this is all the aces put together. And that was your first card that I just pulled, Cancer. This is going to be good. Okay, King of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, we've got the Moon, told you it's going to be good. We've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the Eight of Swords. In your opportunity, we've got the Hanged Man. In your challenge position, we've got the Two of Swords. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what we've got coming in for you. So in your recent past, that is this card. To me, like I said, this is like an ace, but it's all aces put together for me, because to me, this is like, if I just had to ask a yes or no question and this card came out, I don't need to go any further. This is it. So this is a big yes. This is everything great is coming your way. This is you having prosperity, abundance, comfort in your finances, friends, family, your health. This is you having intelligence, intuition. I mean, this is really you. It's like you've done the work, right? This is also a very mature energy. I know the aces are new beginnings, but for me, this is like you have a very mature energy. You have a lot of enlightenment about you, and you're enjoying it. You're aware of it. You've done the work, and you're grateful for what you have. You're not taking it for granted. You know that you're very fortunate. That's your recent past. Your present energy is the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever it is you're trying to pull in right now, this is the best time to do it, especially with these two cards right next to each other. Whatever it is you want to pull in, this is the time, and we'll get some clarifiers in a second. I feel like you're riding the wheel. Then in your near future, we've got the Six of Swords. And this is just telling me that there might be an obstacle coming your way, and you're just going to have to get out of its way. It's going to be an obstacle that's so big that it's something that you're not going to be able to win if you go up against it. What it is, I don't know. Everybody's different. I'm just saying there's something big coming. So be smart about it. Don't try and take it on and then get run over and then get hurt. And then you spend the next few months trying to recover from it and wondering, God, why did I do that? What an idiot. No, this is about you seeing it in advance, being smart enough to know, hey, that's not my fight. That's too big for me to take on by myself. That's not my fight. Maybe it's somebody else's. And you just basically step aside and let it pass you so that you don't get hurt. That's your near future. So be on the lookout for that. All right, let me go ahead and get a different deck to go ahead and clarify. All right, and I meditate and I ask for the strongest energy to come through before I even go live. I cleanse and I meditate. So let's see what the universe has in store for Cancer. Okay. If you watch me, you know I love this. You cannot make this shit up. You really can't. You saw me shuffle. This is the King of Pentacles. Clarifying the King of Pentacles. Cancer. Oh my God. I love this stuff. You can't make it up. It's like buying a lotto ticket. You either win or you don't, okay? I just can't believe this. I love it. Okay, so let me get the rest of the cards. The moon. Now you've got the moon here twice. The moon is literally right below it in this deck. What a trip. I love this stuff. See, I dated myself. I'm Gen X. A trip. That's how we used to talk. All right, 7 of Cups. Ace of Cups, a gift and blessing from the universe. Cancer. We've got the Knight of Wands. The 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so I just want to show you in your recent past with this beautiful energy, with really everything is coming to this culmination and coming in for you. But again, recent past, right? It's being clarified by the same exact card. You've done a lot of work to get here. All those grapes represent a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication to something, and now you are reaping in the benefit. We've also got the moon here. I don't feel that this is fear. I feel that there's a lot of the unknown that came with this, but I also feel that with this energy, with this maturity, with what it is that you're able to pull in, that you're kind of walking between two worlds. You're kind of walking between the domesticated and the wild side of yourself. That you're very comfortable with the two and mixing them together. Like I said, this is a very mature energy. I don't care how old you are. You could have an old soul, but you have this beautiful energy about you. And you're really able to blend the two. And that allows you to see the path that you need to walk on. You're not on the wild side. You're not domesticated. You're blending the two and you're moving forward in life. And that is awesome. Okay, so that's your recent past. For your future, for your present energy, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And it's clarified by the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. This is a gift and blessing from the universe. This is a new opportunity for you to tap into your intuition. It could be a new opportunity if you're looking for love. It could be love for another person, for a pet, for a place, a hobby, a career, a new love in life. Something that makes you really happy and you feel it in your soul. And that's what's coming in for you in your present energy happening right now. I do feel that you have a lot of choices in front of you. I feel that some of you might be confused because of the amount of choices that are being presented to you right now, because you have that mature energy. And I really feel that you have so much clarity of thought, but I feel that the choices might be overwhelming to you and you might not know which one to choose because there's so many coming in for you. But I think if you feel into it and if you stand back for a minute and, maybe close your eyes and look into your intuition, you will be able to choose what's appropriate for you. It's kind of like doing triage. There's 10 different things. What do you really need to get done now? What can be on the back burner? What is it that you really want to do? And who are you in this world right now? Maybe who you were 5 years ago is not who you are today because we're always constantly evolving and changing. So now you look at, well, this is actually what I want to do now. That's what I did before and it was great, but that's not really me anymore. I've kind of outgrown it or I've just moved to the side or whatever it is that you want to do. You've done something different. And that's your present energy. So you really have a lot coming in for you, a lot of blessings. And then for your near future, with this obstacle that's going to come in, and you just need to step aside, get out of its way. The key is to be able to see the obstacle and know that it might be overwhelming. Now, of course, not every obstacle is going to be like that. Don't use it as an excuse. But this is something where you just know it's so huge, you need to step aside, okay? You know, not the everyday obstacles where we have to deal with it and we do problem solving. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like something big. And it's being clarified by the Knight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. And so what this is telling me is that, you know, this is kind of that out with the old, in with the new. He is bold, he's courageous, and he's rushing in to help you create something that you're trying to bring in. And this is about you balancing, like I said, you're balancing, it's like a perspective. And before you were balancing like this domesticated and the wild side, well, you're still in that kind of balance. And it's that spiritual, mental, emotional type balance. And you really are, you're really thriving right now, Cancer. But he's rushing in, and it's a fast moving energy. He's very bold, he's very courageous, and he's very charismatic to help you create something, whatever it is that you happen to be working on. So that's your current energy. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. The first card is the Moon. So again, these are two different looking cards. That's part of your recent past. And this is part of the guidance and advice from Spirit. And what this card is telling me, because it's slightly different, is that it's really a good time for you to get in touch with the mysteries of the world, of the universe. That you would really benefit from that as a person, as a spiritual being. I believe that whatever path you're on, it would behoove you to really get in touch with that. Maybe do some meditation, do some long walks. Maybe you like to pray, take a salt bath, cleanse your aura, and just kind of lay there, especially if it's magnesium. Your body needs it anyways. It's so good for you. I hope men and women both do salt baths. It's not just a woman thing. Sometimes people like to stereotype that, but everybody benefits from it. Your body just takes in the magnesium and it leaves behind what it doesn't want. So it's not like you can OD on it. I used to take a salt bath every single night, and I really want to, but I don't have a proper bathtub where I currently live. In fact, I'm going to be moving because that's one of the reasons why, because I think they're so important. Yeah, this house, I bought a fixer-upper. This is a side note. I bought a fixer-upper. I don't like it. I've done what I'm going to do, and now I'm going to try and move. So that could be the next person's issue. If they want to build out a shower or a new bathroom, they can do that. Okay, sorry, sidetrack. I had to say that because I believe so strongly in the salt baths. But this is about you getting into these mysteries of the world, of the universe. It would really, really behoove you to do that. I just feel that you're open and you're expansive right now. And I think that's where this card is coming from too, is like everything is going your way. And this is huge. And this card came up twice. Not only is this the first card, then the clarifier was that card. That's amazing. So get in touch with the mysteries of the world. What is it that you want to do? Do you need to gain more knowledge with yourself? Do you need to get closer to Spirit? You know, are you looking for a relationship, a career? Are you looking for something that resonates? Did you want to move? Where do you want to move? What resonates with you? Do you need to take a vacation? You know, these are the kind of things you need to do. Did you want to get a pet right now? Go get a pet. You know, I mean, these are the things that you need to do. That's what Spirit is telling me in this advice and guidance. The other card that's here is the Queen of Cups, and she follows her heart. And this ties perfectly in with this Moon card in this deck. This is about you following your heart. This is about self-care, self-love, and really, really protecting your heart. You know, I mean, I know this is part of the emotions. Really protect your heart. But you have a lot to give, whether it's going to be to yourself, to other people, to a community. But this is really telling me that you need to get in touch with what it is that you want to do. And this is part of the whole reading. It's so organic. What it is that you want to bring in right now, what you're calling in, and it's about you following your heart and doing what you love. And that is huge for you. And it's going to be super easy. I don't see any stumbling blocks for you. Yeah, there's going to be an obstacle, but like I said, you just step aside. Bye. Not a big deal. You just have to be able to see it. The other card that Spirit brought up is the 8 of Challenges. And so this is telling me that you've got some self-imposed restriction, that this is a mental card. So maybe you've got some thoughts that are frustrating you. You're kind of thrashing around. Maybe when obstacles do come up, that you don't handle it very well right now, that they become overwhelming and frustrating. It's kind of like turning a mountain into, or a molehill into a mountain kind of thing. And I just feel that when this card is coming up, that if you just catch your breath and you calm down and look at things rationally, you can have emotion too, but if you look at it rationally, I think you can find your way out of the situation that is so frustrating to you and making you feel trapped. Because this is, like I said, this is all in our head. So these could be, you know, negative thinking. This could be you gaslighting yourself. This could just be, you know, maybe someone plants a seed in your head and you're like, it plays around, or, you know, if you start doing these, what if this happens if I do that? Just stop and just go with it. You know, just be rational, move forward, and I think it's all going to work out. We're going to get some clarifiers for this. Oh, got the Star card. Let me pull the rest of the cards. Oh my God, and the Temperance card, Cancer. This is one of the best readings I've seen come in a long time. And I am not just saying that. We've got the 3 of Pentacles and the Tower. Don't be afraid of the Tower. Tower is always a good thing. King of Wands. And the 9 of Cups. Okay, so this moon, with you getting in touch with the mysteries of the universe, it's being clarified by the Star and the Temperance card. Wow. Wow. This is exactly what I was saying before. This card is representing all kinds of healing. It's this universal consciousness that's coming in for you. You are so in touch with Spirit and the universe that it has brought you healing, liberation, and just, you know, I really feel like whatever you can do, you can pull it in right now. If you're reaching for the stars, this is a good time because the Star card is right here. It's literally the thing legends are made of. And I really feel that this vibration is coming in for you. And then with the Temperance card, this card is about balance. This is about all that hard work, and now you can relax. It's that, it's kind of like all these stresses and then relaxation, stresses and relaxation. And that makes you a very well-balanced, tempered individual, just like tempered iron, steel. And this card is all about balance again. And you see the water. This is about your emotions and about you being balanced. It's about you, you know, finding this enlightenment, going on your path. And both of these cards are talking about having some really good health. So if you are concerned about anything that has to do with your health, this card is just calling attention to it, to focus on being healthy right now. You know, even if you're already healthy, continue on that walk. But these cards are both talking about health. I feel that you're also being divinely blessed by Spirit, by God. Use whatever word you want. But I feel you have a lot of blessings coming in with this card. And again, what this card is also telling me is that it is that maturity of your mind, body, soul in alignment. And that is beautiful and strong because that makes you a powerful person. It makes you think clearly and make correct decisions for yourself or for your family. And that's powerful. And that helps you really create something that's going to last. You know, whether it's a relationship or a career or a hobby, traveling, whatever it is, it's really, really important. And then here, with you following your heart with this Queen of Cups, it's being clarified by the Tower and the 3 of Pentacles. And this is just telling me that the universe is going to have to step in and release what no longer serves you. There's something that you haven't been able to see that you weren't really able to release on your own. So the universe is going to come in and do it for you. So be prepared. I'm not getting that it's like super strong, but you know what? This is a general reading. So for some of you, it might be strong, you know, and then medium and then very light, but the universe has to come in and release something for you. I feel that you've done a lot of groundwork, a lot of hard work, but you didn't quite accomplish what you needed to accomplish to release things. This card is also telling me that you need a little more fun in your life. So Cancer, if you've been working, and you haven't taken time for yourself to have that self-love, Also throw in a little bit of fun if you can. That's what the polka dots in the tarot represent. Have a little bit more fun. And that's also on, I believe it's the 7 of Swords too. But anyhow, I can't think. I can just see the card. Anyhow, if you can, have a little more fun. Okay, and then here with the 8 of Swords, it's being clarified by the King of Wands and the 9 of Cups. And again, Spirit is saying, get out of this funk. This is all in your head, that feeling of self-imposed restriction. And really, you know, take that bold, courageous step forward. This is a king that always wins. And this is what you need to tap into, is that beautiful, bold, courageous energy. Don't gaslight yourself or have any negative thinking about what it is you're trying to bring in. This is going to bring you so much emotional satisfaction with this 9 of Cups, that this is really you drawing in what it is that you've been working so hard to get, whatever that is for you. It's huge. So Spirit is just saying, you know, stay on track. Okay, so that's the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now we're going to go ahead and look at your opportunity and then your challenge. So your opportunity is the Hanged Man. Your opportunity is to really go within and gain even more enlightenment into yourself and into anything it is that you really want to know about. You know, but the answers are within you. So how do you feel about certain things? Like maybe you had some questions about a relationship. Go within, think about it, and see what resonates with you. Maybe you had questions about a job. Maybe you had questions about maybe a move or anything that is different in your life, or starting a hobby. What resonates with you, right? Really go within. This is an opportunity for you to gain some serious enlightenment for yourself that you're really going to benefit from. I think you've already done a lot of work, but Spirit's saying that right now, everything is in alignment for you to really get even more clarity coming in. The challenge is the 2 of Swords. And in this deck, the challenge is to get to know yourself. Now, I feel that the cards, you do know yourself, but Spirit really wants you to dive deeper. You really want to go deeper into your emotions. And what this tells me is that, you know, maybe you've really changed a lot in the last few years, and you've had a lot of wake-up calls, or maybe people that you thought were your friend aren't, or you've outgrown them, or maybe you've outgrown, like I said, the type of work that you do, or maybe your goals have changed. You know, whatever it is for you, get to know yourself again. See, he cannot get past this magic mirror that popped up on his trail, on his path, until he gets to know himself, and then he can get past the mirror and go along his merry way. And this is you. This is coming up on your path of life. You need to get to know yourself again. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Who are you really? What brings you happiness? What brings you delight? Who do you really enjoy being around, and who do you not? Has everything changed for you? And if so, have you made any other changes? Sorry, I'm being plagued by a gnat in this room. I've got plants, and they just really like to get in the soil. So anyhow, this is a good opportunity for you, but this is in your challenge position. So this might not be easy for some of you, okay? And I'm going to get some clarifiers. So we've got the 4 of Pentacles. We've got the 2 of Swords. Now that's on the Hanged Man. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the World card. Oh my God. Okay, so let me show you what we've got. So for the Hanged Man, again, opportunity position, it's being clarified by the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. And really what this is telling me is that for you to go within, I think that there's something about you not wanting to change, that change is really hard for you. This is kind of like a stubborn energy. So for some of you, maybe change is really hard. This is more that indecisive kind of energy. But this could be something that happened like in the past with the way the moon is set up, that there's something that's bothering you from your past and you need to deal with it. And that's part of the stubborn energy that you don't want to change, or it's not letting you change. Maybe it's something that's holding on to you and you haven't been able to cut a tie with it. It could be a person, a place, a thing. It could be a memory. But there's something that is pulling you there. And that is going to, I feel that maybe that is part of the opportunity, is to take a look at that, what they call shadow work. Take a look at that and, you know, deal with it And then that way you can kind of process it and it's no longer part of you and it like frees you up. It's a way of you cutting a tie. Anyways, that's what's coming in for your opportunity. So it's actually really powerful. If you listen to what I said and if you go through it and you actually do it, you can have some huge movements moving forward. In your challenge position to get to know yourself, it's being clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the World card. And what this is telling me is that, you know, when you get to know yourself, it's going to bring in all kinds of new opportunities for you in the 3D world because you're realizing who you now are, like the new you, right? Or new discovering like aspects of yourself that maybe you're not used to talking about because maybe you have an old version of yourself in your head. You've like programmed yourself to say, well, I'm this. Well, maybe you're not that anymore. And now you're this. You're something new or something you don't even know yet. But this is how you see yourself in the world. And I think that you really want to do something big in this life. And, you know, when these opportunities present themselves, if you want to do that, you can step through this portal and go into the new you that you want to create. This is in the challenge position. So you have to do that work to get to know yourself. And I just want to say, the Hanged Man is your opportunity. The Two of Swords is your challenge, but they're kind of doing the same thing. They're asking you to really go within and look at yourself. Okay. That seems to be key. And I think you've already done a lot of work. So I'm not saying that you haven't, but I'm saying these are things that are coming up in the energies of the cards right now that will really benefit you. I think that, I mean, I hate to use this word because it gets thrown around so much, but this would quantum jump you. If you do that work, I really feel that it will accelerate you forward in this life that we have. Okay. All right. So Cancer, that's what I have for you for today. And this is a good time. I want to ask you, if you could, please like, share, and subscribe. And now I'm going to do a love reading. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. So at the end of every zodiac sign, I'm going to do a love reading. I was going to do them for people that were having a hard time in a relationship, but Spirit came down during one of my readings and said, no, you're going to help people that are single. So I'm going to do a reading moving forward on all my signs at the very end for people that are looking for love. And so I'm going to pull the energy on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and scoot these over really quick. And I'm going to get my love deck, which is the Golden Art Nouveau. I love this deck. If you're ever curious as to what I use, it's in the description because I just love these. And I know if I see someone using a deck, I kind of want to know what it is in case I want to get it too. So this is just a beautiful, lush deck. And this is the one that I have cleansed and asked for the strongest energy to come through. So Cancer, this is going to be your love reading. And I should say, for people that don't want to stick around, if you could, again, like, share, and subscribe. I always forget to ask people that. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, the link is in the description below. And don't forget to come for Tarot Tuesday. It is so much fun. And if you've never seen it, there are some other episodes that we've done. I think I've done 6 or 8 now. Go ahead and check it out. Pull up the last one we just did. Oh my God, it was so much fun. I love the questions that are coming in. They are great. Okay. So that being said, let's get some cards for Cancer. Oh, well, first card out was the Devil. Okay, let's see what we got. And then the Tower. Okay, Cancer. And then we've got this was 5 of Wands. There was a glare. And then we've got, I'm going to pull the clarifiers right away too. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Oops. So this card wanted to come out with the World. Okay. So we've got the World card. God, look at these clarifiers. The Wheel of Fortune, the World, the King of Wands. Let me scoot these over since that other card came out. The Death card. Oh my God, look at these cards coming out for you. The Queen of Wands. The Judgment card. Oh my God. And the Hanged Man. Okay, you've got some major cards that came out. I mean, so many major arcanas. We've got the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Tower, the Death card, the Judgment card, and the Hanged Man. Those are all major arcanas. And then we've got, for the others, well, 2 court cards and then a 5. We've got the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and then the 5 of Wands. I mean, this is huge. So you've got some major energies coming in. So we've got the Devil card. So what this is telling me, you know, it's always different depending on how it's aspected. What this is telling me is that you're kind of drawn to things that are not good for you. Not just to you, but things that are not good for you. And maybe that was a Freudian slip where it's not things that are not good to you. Maybe you are in an abusive relationship, or you had one in the past, and now maybe you're a little gun shy to have a new relationship, and that's why you're single. But it could be that that somebody, like the partner that you kind of gotten this pattern for, that they take advantage of you or they manipulate you, and you fall for it. They're a narcissist. I mean, that happens all the time. And maybe this is something that's coming in for you with this Devil card. It could also be maybe negative thinking, and maybe you're the one doing it too, right? Because I'm just reading, it could be where I'm reading for you, or I'm reading for the kind of person that you're normally with. So the Devil energy is very strong that's coming in. So take a look at that, the type of person that you're interacting with, or look at your own behavior. It's being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Oops, let me get it in the right order. The World, and then the King of Wands. So what I'm getting is that, you know, this has really been a cycle that you've been going through by having that kind of behavior and that following that kind of person, and that this is just how it's been going in the world for you, and that you're attracted to this type of charisma of the other person, or they're attracted to your charisma. Maybe they're attracted to your big heart. But I'm getting that the draw is definitely going to be charisma that's coming in. But I'm getting that this has definitely been a cycle for you. So for the Cancers that are going through something right now, again, this is a general reading. And if this resonates with you, this is speaking to you then. Because we also have a Tower moment coming. So I think when you're involved with these people, it's always going to end in a disaster. And I don't mean like it has to be like full blown, but I think it's emotional, and it's hurtful, and it's really painful. And maybe you're even delusional on how that person is, because you don't want to see their bad behavior or how they treat you. You make excuses for them, and then your world comes crumbling down. Because these people are coming out of the top of the tower, and they're coming back down to reality. And I think that that's part of what goes on in that type of a relationship. And when that happens, then you have to go through all these different changes and these transformations to really understand what you just went through. And then again, you're able to step into more charisma and start creating a new relationship for yourself. But I feel that because it becomes a pattern, you're still calling back in that same type of person, whether it's a different person or not. You call that in, or whether, you know, they're the person and then you're calling them, and you know what I mean? Like, so it depends on which person it is, but I feel like it's a pattern, it's a loop. Hope I'm explaining that right. I can see it in my head. I'm having a hard time saying it. In fact, let me get a little water here. And I'm just getting these messages that it's the charisma. So I think that's part of the attraction that you have to the other person, or the other person has to you. It's charisma, charm, very endearing, but it ends up becoming like a toxic relationship. So look for that. And then, you know, if that's a pattern that you have, then you need to do the inner work to break it. You need to love yourself more. You need to not tolerate someone like that. And when you see that happen, you need to stop it and walk away and be strong enough to do that. Because sometimes people are not strong enough to do that. They make excuses. And that's when you're going to have this Tower moment. Because you're making excuses for that kind of behavior, and you're allowing it to go on, you're allowing it to get hurt. And so that's something that you have to develop boundaries and techniques so that that doesn't happen to you. And you might have to go through a couple of relationships before you can do that. It's really hard for a lot of people to see these patterns and to really break them. Even though everyone knows they're smart enough, they know that they shouldn't do it, they still get stuck in that loop with the same person. So you really have to be cognizant of what's going on around you and to have clarity of thought when these things come in. And that will allow you to go through these transformations to eventually get away from that. But I believe that when you're around these people, it brings in a lot of strife for yourself, and these aren't swords that they're playing with, they're wands, but they're still hurtful, right? And I just believe that it brings in a lot of unnecessary hurt. So what Spirit is saying is now that's why you have to wake up. You see, the angel is calling the dead to wake up out of the coffins and to step forth into the world, into their new life. So Spirit is saying, for you to have the relationship that you're looking for, you need to wake up and you need to be cognizant of this and step into your new life. And that's part of this death card, is going into this transformation. But you have to be able to do it yourself. No one's going to do it for you. You have to take on that responsibility and really see it for what it is and set boundaries. You're also being asked to go within for enlightenment. Really look at things. This is about personal growth, and to look at yourself and look at the changes that are coming in. Look at who you are. Close your eyes and look at that relationship and ask yourself, what was the draw? Why was I staying in that relationship? Did that person make me feel good? Did they make me feel good 90% of the time? 10% of the time? Was the honeymoon period over after the first week, but for some reason you just stayed there? Did you stay just because the sex was good, but the person treated you like shit? You really need to look at, why did you stay there? And so that's what this card is asking you to do, is to go within for enlightenment and really figure it out. Because if you can't figure it out, you're going to keep making the same mistakes and you're going to keep getting hurt. Because I feel that the people that this is talking to, that these are the cancers that are in that situation and they keep repeating it. And maybe that's why you're single, because you're tired of being hurt. Well, now that you're tired of being hurt, now go to the next step and start looking for this type of enlightenment so that you can free yourself of that type of bondage and that kind of pattern that keeps coming in. Because otherwise you will continue to repeat it. We're human, and that's what happens. So you have to break that cycle. All right, Cancer. Well, I hope that helps you if you're single out there. It sounds kind of intense, but if you do the work, you can really pull yourself out of it. And a lot of it has to do with setting boundaries. And if you have a lot of friends and family that support you, you might not, because not everybody does. But it's, if you can do that, I think that you'd really gain some significant insight into yourself. And that kind of self-love will allow you to set boundaries and not let people treat you like that in the future, that you can stop it right in the very beginning and get away from them. All right. Okay, so that's what I have for you. And again, if you could, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, the link is in the description below. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.